In today's video I tried recreating the iconic Loftwing from Skyward Sword to Tears of the Kingdom using Ultra Hand. Now, I'm a very big fan of Loftwings and made me love Skyward Sword 10 times more. I must admit that building one of them was definitely not easy. So I sat down and drew a quick design of what I want to build to calculate how many parts I would need, and it all came down to 15 wooden sticks and 1 wooden plate. So I was ready to begin constructing the Loftwing. But before we move on, make sure to subscribe. We are super close on 500 subs. First I began by collecting all the materials needed. And after visiting some supply points, I had all the materials to begin building the Loftwing. I began with the legs, which honestly was the most easy part. After that it was time for the main body, which was a bit challenging. The problem that I had was that I couldn't make the wings face upwards, because Games Ultra Hand doesn't let you do that. So I had to leave the wings as they were and move on to the head, which literally took me 2 hours. The biggest problem I faced while building was that I couldn't make the head completely triangular, because when you put the second wooden stick, the top of the other stick peeks out and you can't make a perfect triangle. Anyway, after 2 hours of trying, I decided to leave the head as it was, and here is my Loftwing. Before you start to judge me, I think this is the most close anyone can get to replicating a Loftwing in Tears of the Kingdom because of the 21 attach limit the game forces on you. But now it is the time for the real test. Loftwings can fly, and so must this. So I took it in the tallest hill of Central Hyrule, and I was ready for the real test. At first I decided to add 4 fans along with 1 steering stick at the cart of course, hoping it would fly. I started by attaching my fans, 2 on the front and 2 on the legs. But then I realized that I couldn't attach my control stick because of the 21 attach limit. So I had to remove one of my fans, place the other in the middle for balance, and then add my control stick of course. Everything was ready for the first flight, but in the end it didn't even come close from getting off the ground. I had spent so much time though building the Loftwing that I couldn't give up. So I dragged the Loftwing back on the hill, and this time I placed my fans facing downwards, hoping that they would give me altitude. This time I was super optimistic and I thought that I would fly easily, but I fell so much off because my Loftwing stayed attached to the ground. Nevertheless, I gave myself one last try and dragged the Loftwing back on the hill one final time. To gain altitude I decided to remove 2 of my wings so I could place an extra 2 fans on the legs. So I gave all my positive energy before the final try for my creation to fly, but again my Loftwing was unable to move from the ground for the 3rd time in a row. Obviously I stopped trying because I was clearly unable to succeed. But I gave myself a promise. If this video gets 100 likes, I will make this thing fly. And also, if you have any suggestions on how to do that, let me know down in the comments. Subscribe and see you in the next one.